All right, so Jake Paul fought Tyron Woodley
Yes.
this weekend. Did you watch that? You haven't watched it.
I
no?
did not know. I'm very, very outside of this bubble for some reason.
I don't know. Honestly, you haven't even seen a clip of it. You've seen the memes, though. I'm sure. Like Tyron Woodley.
I've seen the meme. I've seen the picture of the guy being face planted on the on the bottom of the ring. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you know who Tyron Woodley is? He's like a former.
I know, but maybe some of the audiences don't know. So go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So he's like a former like UFC champion in the welterweight division. He's considered like one of the best of all times, right? And they fought like a few months ago, and Jake Paul won by decision. And then Jake Paul was supposed to fight Tommy Fury, who's Tyson Fury's younger brother, and he pulled out. So Tyron Woodley came for a rematch on short notice. So they fought.
Pull-out game is strong.
Yeah, and like that was a whole meme itself, but. The biggest meme of the night was Tyron Woodley. Like, we'll put a little clip for the people who haven't seen it.
He has done it from time to time, just haven't been.
I don't know how you haven't seen it, honestly, because every time I go on Instagram.
I haven't seen it by choice. It's not that it's not been presented to me. I just steered away from it so I can have raw reactions towards it right now.
Okay, that's fine. But literally, like, every page, every sports page is showing this clip of him just dying. He killed Tyron Woodley. Honestly, when I was watching it, it was such a boring fight. I think it was like on the 6th or 7th round of the fight where this happened. It was such a boring fight. Like Tyron Woodley was just grabbing him. They were just grabbing each other. It was such a boring fight. Nothing was happening for like I was just falling asleep. And then what he did is he was setting up his jab for the whole fight to the body, right? And what he did basically is he faked it to the body and then came over with his backhand. And that just killed him. Like, as soon as he hit Tyron Woodley, like, his systems just went off. And, like, it was really scary to watch. I could not believe he did that to Tyron Woodley. It was like, he's not a boxer. Like, there's a huge difference between boxers and MMA fighters. And people don't understand. There's, like, boxers will never be able to do anything in an MMA fight. But Tyron Woodley still, like, in the first fight, it was competitive. You know, some people even say he won. And in this fight, when he hit him, he just went down dead, like he's on his face, and I was like, and then people are saying it's rigged. Like if you go on the comment section on every of these Instagram posts, everyone is saying it's fake, and it's like I don't know how you can say it's rigged. Like you can see the impact. Like how is that rigged? Like yeah, you can say like the punch was like they like agreed like for him to be like punched that hard, which I just don't believe it. Like he just got caught by really. I think people just hate on Jake Paul and like they just can't believe someone who's been training for 2 years is doing this well.
For sure. Yeah, like the thing is, look. I'm not pro Jake Paul. I'm not against Jake Paul. I'm just neutral as fuck, right? Thing is, even if you're agreed to like lose a match or something, ain't no way you're gonna fake face planting like face first on the floor. It's just like you're gonna have some bodily reaction. You know, there's no way you're gonna go head first and not even protect. Nah, bro. You're gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, physically speaking, you can't just do that. Even if you're like preemptively like aware of this like happening, you won't like just go down. But the thing is, dude, Jake Paul's been like, I don't know, like practicing for how many years now?
I think like 2 or 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like at this point, like he would qualify as a boxer, man. Like I think people are just like you said, like people just hate on Jake Paul just because of his maybe personality and like how he is. Doesn't take away from the fact that he probably is a good fighter. I mean, apparently like you're a really good boxer. Like otherwise, like how would you knock out some dude that used to like be in the MMA? So, given like you said, yeah, for sure. Like it's different than boxing, but at least like you have some experience fighting people.
And yeah,
I just feel like
like what you said, like even though Tyron Woodley is not a boxer, he's a fighter. He's like he knows how to take a punch, and it's a completely different sport. Like people don't realize, like unless you've actually done it, unless you've even sparred these two different sports, you'll realize that it's like it's not as close as people think. Like yes, it's fighting in a way, but not really. Like boxing is a sport of punching, and then MMA is a sport of fighting. It's like there's so much
different philosophies.
It's different. It's like tennis and ping pong. It's like you're hitting the ball across like the net, but it's like not even
Two
close
different
to
sports.
being the same. And like
Yeah,
Jake Paul, like here's the thing: when people are comparing him, like understandably, he talks a lot of shit. Like he attracts it, so like the hate is understandable. Here's what people don't understand: like I've never seen anyone practice or train boxing for 2 years and then do this at such a big scale. Like he's selling out arenas, he's fighting MMA fighters, and yes, they're not boxers, but Jake Paul's not a boxer too. Like he is a boxer, yes, he's getting good at boxing, but people are comparing him to like they're like fight a pro like a champion in boxing. Like, do you understand how long it the boxers boxed? Dude, these kids like like we're talking about like Canelo or like the pro boxers, they've been boxing like since they were like 14, 15, and they've been just boxing until like 28, and that's when they get. Jake Paul's been training for 2 years. Bro, 2 years is nothing, and for him to actually be able to do this, to, like MMA fighters who've been fighting in a way, they're still punching, and it's not the same thing as MMA and boxing, but it's like it's still fighting at the end of the day. You're still hitting people.
Yeah, yeah.
And for him to like do this to these MMA fighters, like Ben Askren, different, but Tyron Woodley, like you get him twice, man. Like for those of you who don't know who Tyron Woodley is, like you just watch, like we might be able to put some clips of him knocking people out in MMA. He's a really explosive guy. He has punching power. He's a really good fighter. He's the legend of the like MMA sport. For him to do it is absolutely insane, and like I give all the respect to Jake Paul for doing that. You know, it's like whether you like him or you hate him, he's
exactly
legit. Yeah.
Like there's an objective fact and there's a subjective fact. Like you can hate Jake Paul for his personality, whatever, but you can't just like hate him for his boxing skills because like he's pretty skilled. Like it just goes to show like if you put your effort and you're like focused on something for like any duration of time, like 2 years is, I mean, like you could say like it's not that long, but like if you do something over and over every day for 2 years, you're gonna be good at it for sure. Yeah, probably he couldn't go up against like someone like a pro boxer that's been boxing for like 30 years. That's why they put him against like an MMA boxer. So it's like a fair ground for them to like fight. But at the same time, to be able to pull it off, like you have to have skills, man. You have to have the talent for it, you know? It's like you can't just like, if I were to go in a ring right now and work for 2 years, I probably couldn't even beat like Tyron Woodley. No way. Like I'm not just like I guess I just don't have that knack to be like a fighter. I mean, I have like a black belt in like wushu, but that doesn't mean I can't go box. Like,
wait, you're a black belt in what?
In wushu.
What's wushu?
It's like a I guess it's a subset of kung fu. I guess it's like, and I have like a pretty good. I'm pretty skilled in swordsmanship. Let's just put it that way.
Really?
Yeah. So one of those hidden facts.
Wushu. I check it out. Maybe put a clip
there's a really good movie with like Jet Li about wushu, like the origin of wushu. Like I forgot what it's called, but like I'm pretty sure we can put a picture right now. Yeah, that one. So.
That is nice. If you ever get in a swords fight with someone, you're in good hands.
Yeah, but if no, like I can fight like with like dude, my kicks are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like
really?
If I kick you, you're probably gonna go down. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Dude, do you know that once? Okay, this is a fun story, but I probably shouldn't even say this. But like, do you remember? So once we're
just gonna bleep that out in case he sees it.
Yeah. So yeah, he's not gonna know. You guys won't know who I'm talking about. But like, there's this dude, and like we were at his house, like in his apartment. And he lived like pretty close by. Had his party going on, and me and my friends show up, and I'm like, I'm just trying to chill, dude. Like it's one of those nights I'm not drinking, smoking, doing nothing. Right? I'm just chilling. I'm just hanging out with the boys, and this dude is like drunk out of his mind, and he's standing there. He's like. I'm telling my other friend, like, also bleeped, but like, he's like, punch me in the chest as hard as you can. And then he obviously takes him up for it and he like punches him and like nothing happens. Like he just throws the most pussiest of punches I've ever seen in my life. And he's like, that's it? Nah, man, you can do better, whatever. So then they're like, nah, I'm good. And then he's like, what about you, Ali? I was like, nah, dude, let me just chill, bro. I'm not in the mood to like throw punches and shit. And he was like, nah, dude, come on. Like he took his shirt off and squared up. He's like, just punch me as hard as you can. Just like, go for it. I was like, bro, just because you've been practicing MMA for like 2 months doesn't mean you can take punches, man. It's like you're probably not warmed up, bro. And he's like, no. I'm like, bro, you're gonna get hurt. He's like, no. I'm like, bro, I have a black belt in wushu. Like, no, man. I was like, whatever. So I go for a punch. He literally gets launched back to the wall, bro. I even surprised myself. I was like, bruh. And then he's like, oh, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, dude, what'd you do? Why'd you hit me that hard? I was like, bro, you literally told me hit me as hard as you can. So yeah, like 2 or 3 months go by, and I'm like working at Starbucks, and we used to work together, right? He comes up to me and he's like, dude, I need to tell you something. I need to get it off my chest. I was like, what? He's like, so I've been working out, like in the gym the other day, and like I had the sharpest pain in my chest. I went and got an x-ray, and he's like, the doctor told me there's a fracture. Like, were you you punched? And then he's like, I just remembered, yeah, you motherfucker, I told you to hit me, and you hit me so fucking hard, you fractured my like rib. I was like, dude, I'm sorry, but like, I warned you, bro. He's like, no. Yeah, you asked for it, you get it, man. I'm sorry, like, what can I tell you? Yeah, don't go looking for trouble if you don't want to get fractured ribs, you know? It's like a motto of the day, but yeah, man.
Damn.
I do know a bit of fighting. Wushu black belt, yeah. But like I haven't done it like since I was like 15, it's like 10 years ago, so you know, probably way rustier than I should be. And like I'm not even as flexible anymore. I used to do like 180 splits, now I can do 145 or something. Max.
Now you measured it with like a protractor, 145.
No, just like
let's test it out. If you want to do it, let me bring out the protractor.
Nah,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. But that's pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah, man, no. Back to Jake Paul, he's completely legit. Like after 2 years selling out arenas, knocking this guy out, he killed Tyron Woodley, man. And I respect Tyron Woodley so much in general. And also, I think he goes to my gym every once in a while, so I hope he doesn't see it. Just pulls up there and I'm just there.
If you see this video, he loves you.
Yeah.